Hey people, it's Kelly at printprayslay, and you haven't seen my pocket prayer journal in a while. This is a pocket Bible, and so I'm using it as a prayer journal. So I have all my prayers thus far in here from the first day I started in here. What was the June the 20th? And so I have to do an updated flip through. I believe we left off here. So the last thing you saw in this particular Bible was me watercoloring right here. So we have some watercolors over here. And so this is me praying for the health and well-being of Morgan's aunt. Morgan is my co-host, sister, my little big sister, Miko. Sorry. Miko found a toy that I'm going to have to take from him. Hold on a second. Miko. Sorry, this is Miko's toy. Oh, the squeaking. No, I'm going to have to put it somewhere where he can't get it. Right here. Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, Morgan is she's the woman who's with me on Cookies in Christ. So I was praying for her aunt in this particular prayer. This one is about Juana Barbara. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is me praying about this woman who was in jail for killing 17 elderly women. And this is going to probably sound weird to a lot of people of why I would be praying for her if she is the person that did the actual murdering. And that is because she was also a victim. What happened was that she started this, I believe she's like one of the most famous females that are considered like serial killers. I believe she's Latin, and she was a victim of her mom who did a whole bunch of terrible things to her, and that's why she preys on the elderly. Well, did, because now she is in jail. All of her victims were over 60. So that was me praying for her in like this first half, and me praying for the families that are still hurt and confused and sad, because that's really not common for someone to go and purposely seek out 60 and older women and do malicious things to them. So I was praying for all people involved in the situation, because there's a lot of pain. Her family, the families that she hurt, her herself, her mother, all of that. So that was what this was about. I forgot how I got to that. I think I saw a video on YouTube. And so I want to take this opportunity to encourage you all to remember to pray for others. I know like a lot of our prayer journals are filled with our prayers, which are very, very important to us. But the well-being of those around us is just as important, because our surrounding fellow people affect our lives. So I was praying for her in this situation. This is me giving thanks. This is me saying I'm so excited about designing with my patrons. If you're not familiar, we designed the Wild Thoughts prayer journal together. So, well, actually, it's a faith journal. And since then, it has actually come out. So if you want to check that video out, please check out my YouTube video list, and you'll see that there is a new flip through of the Wild Thoughts Faith Journal. So I really appreciate connecting with wonderful women of God that really encourage me daily. So that's what they mean to me. So I was just giving thanks. And I just made some swirls. I did do like a little, you kind of can't, can you see that? I don't know why I always talk to you guys like y'all gonna talk back. But dashes on the side. I used watercolor for these 2 pages. And this is watercolor as well, but then these lines and things like that, the swirls, are my Posca pens. Hopefully you checked out the unboxing of those. I was so excited to get those because I have only had white, gray, gold, and black for like the longest time. And then I added pink. And now I have a whole color palette of them. All right, this also are those. The black is watercolor though. So God is love, good, powerful, great, everlasting, on time, able. I am his and he is mine. So that's what I did on that one. Just a nice reminder in different, I can't even say different fonts. I guess you technically can say it's in different fonts, different sizes, different styles, but still just my handwriting. If you haven't heard me say this before, I really did have a hard time accepting my handwriting because everybody else, not everybody else, but others' handwriting is so beautiful. And I might take like a calligraphy or hand lettering course, but I wanted to be comfortable with my natural handwriting. So I often try to make it bold, and I do little things like these dots or the lines in between to make it stand out and be more exciting for me. But this is a great, like a nice, bold reminder. Like God is love, good power. He's all these things and more. So I just wanted to put that out there in my Bible. We got the three little hearts, which really, I mean, now that I'm looking at it, could represent the Trinity. All right, you probably have seen this on Instagram or on TikTok. It had this spread actually had a lot of views, and this is about me loving on my husband. I just had a little bit of time away from him. Like he went on a trip for his friend's engagement. So his friend lives in New York, so he went up there to visit him, and he came back, and I just missed him. Like we haven't been away from each other like that in a long time because of the whole pandemic situation. So I was like, oh, thank you that he returned and he was safe. And I'm just so, like, I just took the time to really be thankful for my husband and how he's my bestest friend. And I'm just, it says, I praying for his mind, body, and soul, and that he is forever chasing after God. My husband has this relationship with God that I am so in awe of. It is so attractive to see a man that is really, really into growing their relationship with God. Okay, that doesn't mean that they're perfect, because he's far from perfect. I got a whole bunch of dirt on him about he is far from perfect. As we all have dirt. But he's mine and I am his, and I really appreciate the gift that God has given to each of us and each other. So that was what this spread was, and I was like, wow, it does look like a whole Valentine's Day spread, but it's not. It was clearly July. um is this no. I was gonna say I remember because this was when he went to like their engagement, but then they actually did get married during the summer. And I had to pre-decorate my pages before leaving. So I don't know, was that this? I don't remember when I did that, but it was not a hard thing to do because it's so little. This Bible is so little and so convenient and compact to carry around. This is about my daughter, my little Rose. Actually, today she turns 10. But this is about the struggle that she has with reading. So I'm asking God to please give her the encouragement she needs to push through this summer that just passed, because this is still in July, in which I'm giving this to you in September. But I really, really wanted to focus on her reading. And she just really, really struggles with that. And it's different for me because that wasn't a struggle of mine. And I just wanted to make sure that I had the patience and that she had the encouragement. So I'm just really thankful that we got through it. Like she reads every day now. And it's not like this big to do. Like it was really, really terrible. Like she was crying and everything. And I'm just so glad that she's doing so much better and that we are all putting the time in to keep her encouraged. Let's see what's going on here. Is it the same day? No, the 11th and 13th. Okay, so, oh, this is me feeling overwhelmed. It says it right here. As soon as it said too much, I was like, overwhelmed. So, overwhelmed is how I felt here. I was just talking about how, like, I have this time frame of things I want to get done in the summer, and sometimes those things don't happen, and it's kind of discouraging. So, I put them in my planners. I put them on lists and everything. Although I have this new system, I love my new system. But again, it's just you either gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. It doesn't matter if you write it down on the list, you tattoo it to your arm, you put it on the refrigerator. Like you really have to be diligent and focused in what you really want to accomplish. So I was asking about that, and then really staying calm, focused, and really trying to execute my goals, but still have fun. Like have fun. Don't forget to have fun. So that's what this spread. I love the colors in this spread, like the the bold yellow, the peach, and the blue. I just really, really like that. And these are gelatos. It's just when I started. So these are printables that I had left over. Watercolor. Okay, so this is when I got into like my gelato stage. So I was all the way up into here, watercolor. Okay, so all the way up into there was watercolor. Yep. And then gelato, and my what's that thing called? My Posca pens. Okay, so these are gelatos as well. You see how the whole page is like a nice like tint of green and yellows and stuff like that. Tomorrow is the collab sale, so I was praying for the success of all the shops that are included in the collab sale that I host on my Facebook page. So I'm in my Facebook group. I have a group called Creatively Growing Our Faith, and it's a Facebook page for people, the people, like people who like to Bible journal, faith plan, and things like that. But I invited a lot of the shop owners that also sell faith-based items, whether it be planners, printables, stickers, magnets, washi tape, clothing, whatever it is that is faith-based, Christian shops. And on that particular week, we put items on sale specifically for those who follow us in the group and everything like that. And I was just praying for their success. It's been a challenge for a lot of us with the whole shift in how people are not necessarily purchasing what we provide as much as they used to. We don't know if it's because there are a lot of freebies available. We don't know if it's because there was just this spike because everybody was home with the pandemic. That's what I was thinking. But even with me, because I can't speak on anybody else's shop, but for my shop, there has been a drastic decline in sales, to be honest, and just to be real open with you guys. So I was hoping that this particular sale was very successful for everyone, considering that we're sharing our talents and the gifts that God gave us to further everybody's knowledge and understanding and love in what He's saying in the Word. So that was just me praying for them, those shops, and being thankful. And this is the last one that I will share in this flip through. I'm kind of going to break my flip throughs up because they're all over the place. Talk it out. What is this? God, I can't believe that our trip is turning out like this. Oh, all right. So we went on a trip to the wedding from here. When he came back from their like engagement type of situation in New York. He as in my husband. We ended up going to the wedding later on that month, and it was like our first trip together, and it was turning out to be terrible. Communication was all over the place. And it was a real argument. It wasn't like a tiff or whatever somebody else would call it. It was like a whole argument. Like, we drove down there mad at each other. And so he went to go to the rehearsal dinner because he was in the wedding. I'm not in the wedding. And I ended up dancing my frustration away. That's what it said. I did like this whole praise and worship whole situation. I didn't blast the music, but I like dance. Me and God just had a whole dance battle. It was a lot of fun. It got a lot of frustration out, and I really, really enjoyed myself. It was just me sitting on the balcony, and it was a beautiful scenery. It was like butterflies was everywhere. The weather was nice. It was really, really nice, and it was just the whole world stopped for my dance. So I was really, really happy about that. And when my husband came back from the rehearsal dinner, we made up. So I just was really happy and thankful that everything turned out really good. So I just said, stop being petty. Like, that's me, Petty Kelly. So if I could just put myself out there, I wouldn't want to put anybody else's faults out there. It's me. I'm so sorry. Somebody is like going to town on their yard. I don't know if they're mowing a lawn or what. If you all can't hear that, I'm so grateful. But yeah, I was just being petty. I forgot what I was being. That's how minor but major I made it. So I don't even remember what we were arguing about. I really don't. Let me give myself some seconds. No, I cannot think of why we were arguing, but it was what it was. I'm glad it was over. We talked it out, and I was just grateful that we had the heart to really sit down and think about each other in the situation. My husband came back to the room all nice and humble, even though I'm sure I was the one that was wrong. And he was really kind to me. I was really kind to him. And we ended up going to eat or something. Yeah, ended up going out to eat and really having a good time. So I really appreciated, how that all was resolved. And I'm just flipping through the pages. I think this might be my favorite. I just like the black. It's just the black and white for me. Um, but I'm just flipping through my pages so you can see the flip through of other pages that I have already shared, and I will do more. This is my first page. This might be my favorite too, and it's about Miko just acting up. So that is all. I have this here because I had planned on doing another entry, but I think I'm just gonna do a series of videos of flip throughs because I wanted to catch y'all up. I was not able to do an entry every day, and that's unfortunate, but I'm going to watercolor a whole bunch of pages, gelato a whole bunch of pages, and then it's going to be here, right here in front of me, and it won't be a problem, because sometimes it's like, where is it, because it's so tiny. All right, thank you. Bye.